My name is Chris Murphy. I have the privilege of being the junior senator from the state of Connecticut. I'm joined here today by great friends from the House of Representatives. Over the last few days, we've seen media reports that the House Republican leadership is considering whether they should continue to wage their near daily assault on the Affordable Care Act, moving to votes number 54 and 60 and 65 and 75 and 85 to repeal the Affordable Care Act. We are not confident that Speaker Boehner will receive helpful advice from Democrats in the House and the Senate, but we clearly think that in the wake of overwhelming good news about the benefits that the Affordable Care Act is bringing to the people of this country, it's time for this political assault on the ACA to end. It's time for the repeal votes to end, and it's time for Republicans to admit what the daily deluge of facts tell us, that the Affordable Care Act is working, and in many instances, working better than intended. I don't need to tell you the enrollment numbers. They continue to get better by the day. 8 million people covered in private exchange plans, 6 million people covered through Medicaid expansion, 3 million young people able to stay on their parents' plan. That's over 15 million people in this country who have access to health care, affordable health care that previously didn't. But the news is even better than that. There was a lot of hand-wringing over whether the right people were going to sign up. Well, I come from the insurance state, and the insurance companies themselves are telling us on a regular basis that the pools that are inside these exchanges are as good or better than can be expected. WellPoint, which is the second biggest U.S. healthcare insurer, said this: the average age of enrollment has come down each day in a meaningful fashion. This is their chief executive officer. The risk pool and the product selection seem to be coming along in the manner we had hoped it would. It's very encouraging right now. Other insurers who had stayed out of the exchanges planning to start offering plans in the next round because they see it's good business for them, including United Healthcare, which will be reportedly offering a new plan in the state of Connecticut. CBO continues to show great news on health expenditures as well. The law is going to cost 17% less than was originally envisioned, and overall healthcare spending in the federal treasury is at its lowest rate of increase in the last decade. The data is the data. You are entitled to your own opinion, but you are not entitled to your own facts. And the American people are starting to realize this. Now listen, the polling is not unanimous, but there is a trend line developing. The trend line is that people do not want to see this law repealed. They may want to see it fixed, but they certainly do not support the efforts of House Republicans to repeal this law. We undertook in the Senate about a month and a half ago a new effort at explaining and the Affordable Care Act and pushing back on the Republican mythology that has grown up around it. It's called the Affordable Care Act Works Campaign, the ACA Works Campaign. And we've been successful in bringing Senate Democrats down to the floor, onto social media platforms to really fight fire with fire. Republicans, over the course of the fall and the winter, admittedly, were able to dictate the terms of the debate over the health care bill. No longer. The facts are on our side. The rocky rollout is behind us. And I'm so glad to be joined here today by 4 of my great friends from the House of Representatives who are undertaking a similar effort in the House of Representatives to recruit more members of the House to come down to the floor and tell the true story of